Good morning, everyone. Mr. Grocott here with some maths for you. We're going to start off with another Flashback 4. Then we're going to move on to some example questions, and then I will explain which are silver and which are gold for today. So let's begin. Number 1 says, what is 1/4 of 320 grams? So to find this, I need to do 320 divided by 4, because that's my denominator, and that gives me the answer 80. Okay, because half of 320 is 160, and to find the quarter I halve it again, which is 80. Now, when doing this, I need to make sure I remember to put my grams symbol on, otherwise my answer won't be correct. Now, to find the answer to number 2, we need to use number 1. Because this one says, what is 3/4 of 320? Well, we already know 1/4 equals 80. So to find 3/4, I have to times that by 3. So 80 times by 3 is the same as doing 8 times 3, which is 24, and then times that by 10 gives me 240. So what is 3/4 of 320? 240 grams. Move that up to the side. Right, number 3, complete the part-whole model. I've got a whole one, 2/5, and something blank. Now, don't forget that one whole one in this case is the same as having 5/5. So I need to do 5/5 take away 2/5. My denominator stays the same, but my numerator changes. So what's 5 take away 2? Hopefully you're saying 3. So I'll end up with 3/5. Nice, easy part-whole model. The last one says add 345 and 274 together. So I'm going to make a column addition chart. So 1, I've got hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay. Hundreds, tens, and ones. In my hundreds, I've got 3 and 4, not 4, 3 and 2. In my tens, I've got a 4 and a 7. And in my ones, I've got a 5 and a 4. Remember, when you're doing column addition, you always start with the ones. So, let's do it. 5 add 4. Nice and easy. 9. Let's not forget my lines at the bottom of my table. 2. Okay, next one. 40. Even though it's a 4, don't forget that's 40 because it's in the tens. Add 70. Well, 4 add 7 is 11, so it's 110. Oh, but I can't put 100 in here, can I? So I'm going to have to carry it over. So I'll put the 10 in here as a 1, because 1, 10 is 10. And I'm going to carry over the 100. So now I've got 3, add 2, add 1. 300, add 200, add 100. Well, 3 add 2 is 5, add 1 is 6. So here I should have 600, or just number 6. So my answer is 619. Right, let's move on to today's work, still looking at equivalent fractions. So, you can use a fraction number line and some bar models to work this out. Okay? So here I've got 0 to 1 split into quarters. I want to know is 2/8 equivalent and is 5/20 equivalent. So I'm going to draw a bar model with 8 groups because the denominator is 8, and I should have 2 of them shaded in. So let's see if I've done that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 groups with 2 of them shaded in. Now, if it's equivalent, it should take up the same amount of space as a quarter has. And it has. So 2/8 is equivalent. Let's see if the same can be said for our 5/20. I should have 20 groups with 5 shaded in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, same thing again. If it's equivalent to a quarter, it will take up the same amount of space. So quarters here, go straight through, and yep, there we have it. 5/20 is equivalent to 1/4. So are these equivalent fractions? Yes, they are. This one here says, fill in the missing fractions. So I've got a quarter, something over 8, 3 somethings, something over 20, and then a mystery box. So, first of all, how do I get from a quarter to something eighths? Well, I've times my denominator by 2. Now remember, whatever I do to that denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So because I've times the denominator by 2, I have to times my numerator by 2. And 1 times 2 is 2. So 1/4 is equal to 2/8. 1 times 3 gives me 3. So that means I need to do 4 times 3 to find this number. 4, 8, 12. 3 12s. To get from 4 to 20, I times by 5. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay. Now, I want you to pause the video here and have a little think about what this mystery number could be. There's lots of different possibilities. And welcome back if you paused the videos. Now I'm going to give you 3 of the possible answers. Because if I went through every possible answer, I'd be here all day and you'd be very bored of this video. So, I could do 4 times 4, which gives me 16. 1 times 4 gives me 4, so one of my answers could be 4/16. I could do 10 times 4, and 1 times 10, which gives me 10/40. I could do 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24, 6/24. If you got one of those 3, well done. Anyone who's got anything different, as long as you've times the denominator and the numerator by the same amount, unless your calculations have gone wrong with your times tables, your answer will be correct. Let's have a look at the next question. This young man here says, I think that 2/3 is equivalent to 8/12. Is he right? Well, I've got my number line here going from 0 to 1 split into thirds, and another one here going 0 to 1 split into 12ths. So let's find out where 8/12 is. If we're lucky, it will be here, because that's where 2/3 are. So we're hoping it's going to be here and that he is correct. Let's have a look. Get my line ready to draw. So we've got 1/8, 1/8, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12. So 8/12 is in line with 2/3, which means it is an equivalent fraction. If I was saying eighths before, I do apologise. I've got eighths on the brain for some reason. We were looking for 8/12, which is indeed here. So 8/12. So 2/3 is equivalent to 8/12. If I said to you, how do you know? Explain your answer. You could say, well, 3 times 4 equals 12. 2 times 4 equals 8. So that means it's an equivalent fraction because I've done the same multiplication to my denominator as I've done to my numerator. Okay? And that's it for today. Now, as always, we're on the same website as we were on last week. This link is on the website. We will email it across to you again if you have lost your email from Friday. But we are on summer term, week 1, week commencing 20th of April, even though it's now May. We're on lesson 1, equivalent fractions. There's another video here. We send this sheet to you with your questions. We also send you this one with your answers. Silver today is number 1 and 2. Gold is 3 to 5. And then platinum, as always, we send to you on a separate sheet. Once again, if you have any questions, email us and let us know. We're here to help you. We're available all day. Okay? Have a good day.